Hey guys, this is Broke to Beast, where we make videos about how to start your own business online or offline, as well as follow along my own journey. Today I'm going to decipher the difference between selling locally versus on eBay. Before we start, if you like entrepreneurship and business content, make sure you go down below and subscribe because we release videos every day. Okay, you've acquired your first deal. Now what do? You have to sell it. There are two main ways you can sell your phone. First one is you can sell it on eBay. The second one is you can sell it locally. To sell on eBay, first you have to look into the sold listings for your specific phone model to see what price should you sell your phone at. And the second thing you should do is, after you've sold the phone to the customer, is to package it and send it directly to the customer. To sell locally, first you have to post on Craigslist, Facebook groups, or other websites of that sort that allow you to sell your own stuff. After that, you have to receive messages from people and negotiate with them on a price, and then or send them the phone or meet with them locally. Okay, now let's look at the pros and cons of selling on eBay or locally. First, let's look at eBay. The pros of selling on eBay is that usually your phones will sell much faster. This is because eBay has a lot more traffic in its website, and when people search your phone model in the search bar, your listing will appear on the bottom. And depending on the price you have for your phone, it will sell more or less faster. Like I've said, the second pro of eBay is that it has a larger audience wanting to buy on eBay. So instead of you having to search for somebody that wants to buy your phone, eBay does that for you, so you don't have to search for somebody. The third pro of selling on eBay is that you have seller/buyer protection. This can be good or bad, but in this case it's good because if there's a dispute, you can actually talk with eBay and show them that you're actually a good seller and you didn't scam anybody and your listing was correct. And the second factor is that people will buy more on eBay from you because they have that buyer protection from PayPal. So it will entrust them that if something goes wrong, they can always send their phone back and receive their money back. What are the cons of eBay? The first one is you have lower profits due to a lot of competition, which drives the prices down, and you also have the added 10% fee of the selling price. So imagine you buy your phone for $150 and you want to sell it for $250, you're only gonna get around $90 because it should be $100 of profit minus 10% of the eBay fees. Also, since the market is more saturated, it will decrease the prices, which means you have to price your phone at a lower price so you can sell and get rid of your phone faster. The second con of eBay is that there's a possibility for scams. For example, the other day I received a message for a phone I was selling, and a Samsung S5 I believe, and this buyer said I could post them directly the phone, and they would pay me directly without having eBay or PayPal involved. That is unfortunately a little bit common on eBay, and you have to be careful. And to prove a fact, 2 or 3 days later, I received an email from eBay saying that username that had contacted me actually was under supervision because they were detecting that he was scamming people on eBay. What are the pros of selling locally? The first one is, obviously, you are going to sell it for higher profit. Not only do you don't have the fee from eBay, you also have a looser market and less competitive, which means you can choose how you price your phone. Also, if you add a warranty and you take really good photos and add a really good description, it will also help you to drive up the price and have a greater selling experience with the customer. The second pro of selling locally is that you can actually build a brand in your city or town, which on eBay is not that easy to do. If you build a brand selling phones, in the future you don't actually need to get new customers. You can get referrals from your customers, or the same customers will buy with you again, because if you sold them at a good price and you gave them a good selling experience, they will maybe come back to you. The third pro is that usually there's no scams, or you meet up with people and you sell them the phone directly so they can analyze a phone, or even if you sell them by post, it usually is by a contract, so there's no problem in terms of scams. Now let's look at the cons of selling locally. The first big con is that it usually takes longer to sell. It could take up to 2 to 4 weeks even to sell a phone because of the price that you put at. Some people are not willing to pay a higher price than usual, and so they will try to negotiate your phone to a ridiculous low price, and obviously you're not going to make a profit if you sell it for that low price. Or even if you do, it's not even worth your time. So you basically have to find the right buyer for your phone. However, once you find the right buyer, it runs quite smoothly, and you can actually make a much higher profit, and you can also build a relationship with the client. The second con to selling locally is actually you have a tighter audience. Usually when you sell locally, you sell it through Craigslist or a website of that sort, or you sell it on Facebook groups of buying and selling. But there's always a limited amount of people you can reach. You can't reach the whole market. You can only reach a tighter audience, such as your local audience in your city or town, or maybe a bit farther ahead. But people, if they don't want you to send them the phone through post, you will have to meet them in person, which is not good in terms of how many people can actually be interested in your offer, but you can work around that. Anyways, in my own experience, I usually sell locally. This is because in the beginning I started selling on eBay. The problem is the prices on ebay.uk are actually much lower than the prices people are willing to sell their phones for here in Portugal, used phones. So what I decided to do is switch the script. I would buy on eBay for a lower price and sell it here locally, adding warranty, really good photos, and a really good description. Not only do I get deals from eBay, I also buy it locally to sell it again locally. I wish I could sell on eBay for a profit, but in my own current living conditions, I can't really do it. I know that in the US it's actually quite possible to flip for a profit on eBay, I mean. But if you live anywhere in the world where this is not possible, just adjust to the market and make sure you just keep trying to make profit with each phone that you buy and sell. Anyways guys, hope this helped, and make sure you comment down below, leave a like and subscribe so I can know what's your story, how's your journey going into this entrepreneurship journey, and I want to know are you guys having success, what kind of businesses have you guys started, what struggles are you having, so we can help each other out and do the 1 + 1 = 3. Alright guys, I'll see you next time, and peace.